Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome back to the Hornets Hockey Network, your one and only source for all things Hornets hockey. My name is Rob Finger, alongside our videographer Fu-Mei Tung, and tonight we are back in action for the final round of regular games in this 2022 Skaneateles Summer Series. In this last week before the playoff game, your Hornets will be taking on the Golden Eagles of Cortland-Homer. Now, let's take a look back and see how your Hornets have done these past weeks. For the Hornets, it's been a dream of a summer series, with their record standing at 5-1, the only loss being to CBA. This loss was arguably met with a hand tied behind their back, as CBA, consisting of CBA and Cicerone Syracuse players, dealt a pounding to the Hornets, who were minus their star goaltender, Chris Finger. And even this week, it seems their hands are tied once more, as many of their star players, names like Joey Leveroni and Nico Capriati, will be absent from this game. Also absent will be Lucas Latoff, who was involved in a fight in last week's game versus Ontario Bay. But they will push hard as ever, looking to keep their excellent record and extend to 6-1. Earlier, we were able to speak with Hornets head coach, James Wisnowski, and we asked him what were some keys to ensuring that success here tonight. And this is what the Wiz had to say. Key number 1, control zone entries. Key number 2, better D-zone clears. And key number 3, better line changes. With that, it's the time for the moment you've been waiting for. The boys are buzzing as we get set for tonight's final round. Who will lift their arms in victory? Will the Eagles soar high to golden heights and strike down the swarm? Or will the Hornets swarm together and knock these golden birds out of the sky? All that and more will be determined here tonight. And the only place to watch all the action is here on the Hornets Hockey Network. It's Golden Eagles versus Hornets as we get set for game time. I will say, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately this week, our whole Golden Eagles pun doesn't exactly hold much water, as for this Skaneateles Summer Series, they're sporting a light blue and white jersey instead of the traditional blue and gold of their school colors. But thankfully for our Hornets, they are sporting the forest green that they always have. Now getting the lowdown from their coaches, head coach James Wisnowski on the FM end. Rounding up the final warm-up pucks as we get set for tonight's matchup. Cortland-Homer are the first ones ready. And now your FM Hornets are ready as well. One goaltender is ready. The other is ready as well. Timekeepers are ready. We are ready. And we're underway as FM wins it to the side. But Cortland-Homer quickly dumping it into FM's end. Going into the corner. Getting it deeper below the goal line. Jalen Meyer, though, going in to put some pressure in. Cortland-Homer coming out quickly. Shot, and it's saved by Chris Finger. Jalen Meyer will pick that up. Sending it up for Connor McDonald. McDonald this week sporting the number 8. He said, quote, "I'm going to rock number 8 before the game." Cortland-Homer getting it in their own end, coming up through the side of the ice, looking over his options, sends it across, but no shot will come. They go into the corner. Gavin Patno looking to put some pressure on. He hands it over for Charlie Lorraine. Charlie Lorraine looking over his options. Sends it up. but it goes into the hands of Cortland-Homer. They chip it back into the FM end, but get it up to Patno now. He's off to the races. He's coming into Cortland's end. He tried to get a backhand off, but it got flipped up into the corner. Patno with a big hit there, and some other big hits being thrown from Cortland-Homer. Colton Ives now getting into the mix on the other side. He's able to get that puck behind the goal. Cortland-Homer, though, picking it back up, getting it up quickly out of their end. Charlotte Lorraine, though, picking it up, coming back through the middle as Cortland-Homer's changing. He takes a shot, but it's deflected up into the netting. 13:31 left to go in this first period of play. Face off to the right of the goaltender for Cortland-Homer. Face off, one forward by Cortland-Homer, but picking that up is Colton Ives. He sends that over for Lorraine. Cortland-Homer, though, picking it back up. They'll send it out of their zone. No Chen, though, quickly dumping that back in, and the refs will deem that an icing due to the fact that he was behind the red line. 13:17 left to go in this first period, and it's back down to the other end of the ice. Face off now to the left of Chris Finger. A little bit of deliberation here, but here we go. Face off one back right towards the net of Chris Finger. Cortland-Homer comes in, shot blocked there. I believe that was Nick Sergeev, or one of the Sergeevs. I believe that we do have some New Jersey numbers here. Cortland, though, getting it back, dumping it into FM's end. Cortland-Homer, a big hit put on there as it goes back behind the net for Charlotte Lorraine and Noah Chen. Cortland-Homer, though, taking control of it, but not for long. They will put it right out of the zone themselves, going all the way back to their zone to get it. Looking at a breakout now off the boards, up to the side, coming in towards the middle, but they dump it into the corner. Putting it behind the net, sending it out to the D-man. D-man with a shot, save made by Chris Finger. It's loose, and they cover it. No goal is the call on the ice. And oh boy, as a goaltender, you don't want those to happen much. Face off one back by FM. Going into the corner now, getting it up to the other side. I believe that was Ellis Thompson going for it. This time, though, Will Sanzone will go for it. This time now, Walker Thompson bringing it back in, shoots, save made, and it did not go over the goal line. Cortland-Homer taking it back up the side, over towards the benches. He takes a fake shot there. I believe he fanned on that. Nick Sergeev is there to put him down. And they'll get it up for Ellis Thompson on the boards, but it gets back into the corner for Cortland-Homer. Nick Sergeev putting on some pressure. Will Sanzone here, taking the initiative, grabbing it and putting it to the other side. Flipping it up there is FM. Cortland-Homer, though, grabbing that puck, bringing it the other way. That is not going to be a trip. I believe he tried to sell that. Not a very good salesman. Ooh, and big hits being thrown here, and that is an offsides. As Will Sanzone's skate was still in that offensive zone as he grabbed the puck. Face off right in front of the Cortland-Homer bench. Face off tied up there, one back by FM now. And here comes Connor McDonald. On the boards, gets a big hit put on. He loses that puck. Cortland-Homer will pick it up. Gavin Patno, though, keeping it in for the Hornets, sending it in for Will Sanzone down on the corner. Sanzone looking over what to do with it. He ran out of time there. Cortland-Homer will get it out of the zone here, coming through the middle. Looking to make some fancy plays there, bobbling it up. But they are able to get it into the zone. on the board still. FM trying to get it out of their zone here, and they do, courtesy of Michael LeDuc. Cortland-Homer, though, bringing it back in, shoots it, and it goes wide of the net. Back up to the other J-man, he shoots, but it goes way wide that time. They'll put it right towards the center. I believe it deflected, but Chris Finger will make sure that does no harm. .10-16 left to go in this first period of play. Still no score. Face off to the left of Chris Finger. Face off one to the side by FM, right into the glass though. They are able to get it out of the zone, but that will be a long one. And that's an icing. Face off right back where they started. In FM's end to the left of Finger. Face off one forward by the Hornets. Getting it over for Colton Ives. Ives enters the zone, and he gets a big hit put on him. He loses that puck. Cortland-Homer trying to go the other way with it, but Ives says no. He puts some pressure on himself. He's able to put it into the corner for Grayson Mucha. He gets it towards the center. I believe Aiden Shaver's not able to get that control of that, but he will go put some pressure on behind the goal line. Grayson Mucha stopping that on the boards. A big hit, though, and that'll be a penalty on Cortland-Homer. And that is a roughing call. And he will spend a minute 30 in the box for that hit. .9:31 left to go in this first period of play. The Hornets now on their first power play of the game. Face off in the right side of Cortland's end. We've gotten that penalty up on the board. It's time to play hockey. They win it to the side. Cortland-Homer quickly icing that down to FM's end. Gavin Patno going to chase it behind the net. Looking over his options. Sends it out to the other side for Noah Chen. He gets some pressure put on him by a forechecker. He's unable to keep control of that puck. Cortland-Homer will put it out of the zone themselves. Having to retreat now, Noah Chen picking it back up. Looking over his options, sends it across for Will Sanzone. Sanzone entering the zone. Sends it over for Michael LeDuc, over for Pat Note, he shoots. Oh, and it's no go on that one. Noah Chen back in the corner for Sanzone. Sanzone passing it out towards the center, but Cortland-Homer will deny. Michael LeDuc, though, sending it back in for Sanzone. Sanzone up for Chen. Chen back to Sanzone in the corner. Sanzone looking over his options. Sends it up for Gavin Patnode. Patnode with a shot. Save made by the goaltender. Rebounds, though, and they're not able to cover it. Will Sanzone still with it behind the net. Up for, I believe that was Michael LeDuc. Oh, my. Lots of rebounds coming there, but none of them were capitalized on. Gavin Patnode sending it back in deep for the fray, but Cortland-Homer are able to get it out. Chris Finger dropping it for Noah Chen. 7 seconds left on this penalty. Can the Hornets get one more rush in this power play? Won't be like it. Cortland-Homer coming back in quick. Sending it across. Shot! Oh, and they missed the net. Coming back across. And he's not able to get a backhand on it. Coming through right towards the net. But Charlie Lorraine denies that. He'll get it up towards the D-man. Cortland-Homer, though, keeping that in the net, in the zone, I should say. Charlie Lorraine, though, making sure that gets out, sending it up for Jake Lambrick. Cortland-Homer sends it back in. Back into the corner. Jake Lambrick trying to put a hit on there, but goes up towards the hash marks, back into the behind the net. The other corner now up to the hash marks, back into the corner. Coming around, FM with the puck. Looking over his options. Coming in quick, but he gets it off the skate of a Golden Eagle. And Cortland-Homer will have possession in their zone. Oh, but here comes, I believe that is Cortland-Homer. He shoots, but it's off the back of the net. Cortland-Homer going back to get that puck that he lost. Walker Thompson sending it up for him. But here comes Cortland-Homer back into FM's end. Sending it out towards the center, shot, and it's off the crossbar. And that is out of play. We will have a stoppage of play. 6:31 left to go in this first period of play. Still no score. This seems like a pretty even game so far. Sending it into the corner is FM. Noah Chen getting it up the boards for his teammate. He gets it over for Ellis Thompson. Thompson going towards the boards for it. Wasn't exactly able to catch that. Nick Sergeev, though, sending it across. But Cortland-Homer bringing that back in and just barely is unable to get back on sides. 6:13 left to go in this first period of play. We'll have a face-off in the neutral zone in front of FM's bench. Face-off one back by FM towards Noah Chen. He gets it off the boards. Cortland-Homer coming back into FM's end. Nick Sergeev says no. He'll put it back into the neutral zone. And Grayson Mucha getting a deflection there, keeping it in that neutral zone. Cortland-Homer, though, looking to get a rush going, sending it across, but he's unable to catch that. Back up to the D-man. D-man with a shot. It's gloved down by Chris Finger. .5:47 left to go in this first period of play. Face off to the right of Chris Finger. One back by Cortland-Homer, but Patno trying to put some pressure on quickly. Jack Van Bramer putting on some pressure below the goal line, and Cortland-Homer is able to come out with it. They are able to get it in the neutral zone. Cortland-Homer tried to get that going the other way, but Gavin Patno intercepting that and putting it into Cortland's end. And, Grayson Mucha getting a bit of an interception himself. Gavin Patno putting a shot on, and it's wide. Connor McDonald looking over his options, sends it towards the center with a little bit of a move, but Cortland-Homer sending it back out to the D-man. Jack Van Bramer looking over his options, tried to send that into the corner, but FM are unable to keep that in. Open for Patnode. Patnode entering the zone, shoots it, and it's wide of the net. Cortland-Homer just trying to get it out of their zone here. Will Sanzone, though, getting that in the corner on his knees here. He's still able to protect that puck when there's 3 Eagles around him. But Cortland-Homer, unfortunately, able to get that puck. Jack Van Bramer keeping that in. Sending it over for Patnode. Patnode shoots, but it blocked. Van Bramer with it now. He shoots, and it's deflected. Shoots, and scores! Will Sanzone with a rebound off the backhand. And they're just able to sneak that by. A half-hearted shot from the point gets deflected downward, and the rebound was put in. And the Hornets are the first ones to put a mark on the board. Face-off, one forward there by the Hornets. Colin McDonald trying to handle that into Cortland's end. Cortland-Homer will get that back for Charlie Lorraine and FM's end. Sending it over for his teammate. I believe that's Jalen Meyer. He gets it over for Jake Lambrick. Getting it up for Dimitri Sergeev there. But Cortland-Homer will take that back in. Jalen Meyer denying it at the blue line. Cortland-Homer will have to try again. This time they dump it in. Lorraine coming around, getting it up the boards. Jake Lambrick in there to help put some pressure on. Sending out towards the center. Shot! Save made! And Jake Lambrick will take it out of the zone himself. Putting a shot on. Turned away by the goaltender. More of a dump in than a shot. It just was on net. Colin McDonald putting on some forecheck in the corner, making sure his team can change. FM, though, trying to get it towards the center. Cortland-Homer, though, working that, getting it up the ice. Entering FM's end, sending it out. He does not shoot, but instead it goes into the corner. Charlotte Lorraine picking it up, taking it the other way for some more room. Looking over his options, sending it up for his teammate. They get it up the ice here, sending it towards the net there, and he's forced to cover that. 2:53 left to go in this first period. 1-0 is the score in favor of your FM Hornets. Face off, one to the side. Nick Sergeev sending it over for Walker Thompson with a shot, and it goes wide off a deflection. Golden Ives getting that from the corner. Nick Sergeev, oh, he's unable to keep that in. Cortland-Homer dumping it back into FM's end. Nick Sergeev sending it all the way around for Aiden Shaver. He'll get it to the other side for Golden Ives, going quickly, but in Cortland-Homer, just that little bit quicker and ahead. They'll get the possession. Trying to intercept that was Walker Thompson, but Cortland-Homer will try to get possession in FM's end. Nick Sergeev trying to put some pressure on. They'll get it towards the center, they will. But the D-man will keep it in the zone. Back up to the D-man. Oh, and he gets pickpocketed there by Aiden Shaver. Don't think he saw him there. Grayson Mucha on the boards there. Aiden Shaver's able to get it up. And FM will have to get a quick line change because here comes Cortland-Homer in full force. They're not able to get a shot off. Nick Sergeev is able to tie that up. And they will get it up right towards the corner of the zone. But Cortland-Homer will keep that in. Ooh, and a big hit there from Cortland-Homer. Coming back in, though, is Connor McDonald with the puck for FM. Getting that, Michael Leduc. Unable to handle that well. Here he comes once again, coming around the circle. He gets it over for Connor McDonald. McDonald getting it up for Chen. Chen's not able to catch that. That was a bit of a saucer. Cortland-Homer, though, coming back in. Entering the zone. Bit of a half-hearted attempt there. As Noah Chen was able to block that. It goes over towards the corner. 1 minute remaining in this first period. Fighting in the corner. Those board battles. Noah Chen. Will Sanzone fighting that. Getting it over for Patnode. Patnode sends it back the other direction as all the people came off the boards. FM will get it up towards the goaltender for Cortland-Homer. And that is a waved off icing. Oh, and a big hit thrown. Michael Leduc there on the boards. FM is just trying to do everything to stop that puck going the other direction. Gavin Patnode coming in this time. Oh, and Gavin Patnode deters a hit. It's getting chippy out there. 17 seconds left to go in this first period. Hopefully, this kind of play does not follow into the second period. Connor McDonald up on the boards. Cortland-Homer, though, stealing that, coming the other way. 1 second, and that'll do it for the first period of play here in Skaneateles. Your score after 1-0 Hornets. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. This battle's just heating up. We'll be back here on the Hornets Hockey Network with second period of action. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hornets Hockey Network. We're here in Skaneateles for period 2 of Cortland-Homer versus your FM Hornets. Both goalies are ready, timekeepers are ready, we're ready up here. Doesn't seem those referees are ready, putting those wingmen back on their marks. But here comes Cortland-Homer, quick off the faceoff, backhand shot across, but nobody's able to put that in. Cortland-Homer coming around, gets blocked by Jake Lambrick with some help from Colin McDonald. Cortland-Homer just trying to come back in. Charlie Lorraine denies them at the red line, and he will take that puck the other way. Shooting the net just on net there. Coming back in for it, though. He'll send it towards the center, but it'll get rebounded behind that net. Colin McDonald getting it up for, I believe, Jack Van Bramer. And that will go out of play off a deflection. 14:21 left to go in this second period of play, I should say. 1-0 is the score. Face off on the left side of Cortland-Homer's end. Face off one back by Cortland-Homer, and quickly they are able to get that out. Walker Thompson, though, getting it back off the boards, but Cortland-Homer getting it back off the boards themselves. Nick Sergeev looking to get some room behind his net. Walker Thompson, though, coming off the boards. He'll try to get that out. Colton Ives, though, handling it himself off the boards, and they're off to the races. Colton Ives is able to get there. He sends it across off the foot there, the goaltender. Nick Sergeev able to keep that in. A bit of a sacrifice play as Cortland-Homer ran that kid over. Nick Sergeev doing all he can to deter this physical play from Cortland-Homer. Walker Thompson getting it off the boards there. It's deflected off of a stick of a Hornet, and that will be no icing. Cortland-Homer, though, working a breakout here. They're able to get it out of the zone, and that's a long one. That'll be an icing. And that will go all the way back down to the end of the Golden Eagles. Face off to the left of the Golden Eagles goaltender with 13:20 left to go in the second. Face off one to the side by FM. Cortland-Homer, though, getting it quickly out. Noah Chen getting it off the boards there. Up for, I believe, Aiden Shaver. But Cortland-Homer handling that in their own zone. Just to send it one way, trying to work a breakout there, but Aiden Shaver able to pick it up. He shoots it wide, though. Grayson Mucha sending it back into the fray, and Colton Ives almost able to get a shot off. This time, Jalen Meyer with a shot from the point, but it goes into the corner. Cortland-Homer will dump that out of their zone. And that will be an icing as Chris Finger doing his due diligence, making sure that it did not hit that net. .12:45 left to go in the second period. Face off, one behind by Cortland-Homer. They will try to dump it out of their zone. Keeping that in, though, was FM. And a penalty will be coming on Cortland-Homer here. Refs deem that a little bit of an illegal check. And Cortland-Homer will handle that. And that'll be a penalty for interference. And for the second time this game, the Hornets will go on the power play. .12:29 left to go in this second period of play. And the Hornets will be on the power play for, at most, 1 minute and 30 seconds. Cortland-Homer looking to get it out. Patnode is able to keep that in, though, for the Hornets. And Connor McDonald working it behind the net. In the office of Gretzky, gets it over for Sanzone, who gets it over for Patnode, and the shot is turned away by the goaltender. Patnode able to keep that in for the Hornets. Sending it across. No pass is caught. Cortland-Homer get that out. Off to the races here is Patnode, and he's unable to get that any forward. Charlie Lorraine, though, will come to his aid. He'll get it out for FM. Michael Leduc coming back in for the Hornets. Looking to set something up here. Around the net. Sending it out for Connor McDonald, who just wasn't having his stick right there. Having Patnode. Getting it up for Lorraine. Lorraine up for McDonald, who tried to get that up for Sanzone, but Cortland-Homer will bring it the other way. Charlie Lorraine will have to start over. Looking over his options from behind the net. Long pass up for Will Sanzone. Gets it over for, or I should say Michael Leduc. Over for his teammate Connor McDonald. He flips that up, but it didn't hit the net. Keeping that in, Connor McDonald. Shoots it, oh, and he does not shoot it. It gets intercepted by Cortland-Homer. Ooh, and a big collision right in the middle of the zone. Gavin Patnode trying to keep that out of FM's end. Connor McDonald shoots it on net. The goaltender will choose to cover. 10:47 left to go in this second period. And you can feel that something is starting to boil over here. Lots of hits are being thrown. Lots of physical play, especially on the end of the Golden Eagles. But we will still play hockey as that is its nature. Walker Thompson able to keep it from going anywhere in FM's end. He comes up for FM, unable to get a shot off as a stick is there from a Golden Eagle. Colin McDonald will try to take over that for him, but Cortland-Homer keeping that in, though, is Jake Lambert. He shoots, and it's saved by the goaltender. And a good play from Jake Lambert will keep that in the end of the Golden Eagles. Good on you, sir, for keeping it in. Face-off one back towards the Golden Eagles. Coming out of it, Dmitry Sergeev sending it across. But Cortland-Homer will get that out. Jake Lambert going for it now. Sends it over for Walker Thompson. Thompson biding his time, looking over his options. He chooses to dump it in. His team will change. Cortland-Homer, though, coming up quickly up the side. Grayson Mucha is able to deter any further progress from him, but another man takes over. They'll get it into FM's end. A shot, it goes wide of the net. Ellis Thompson trying to get that out for FM. He gets it over for his brother Walker, but they're unable to get it out. FM trying to dump that out, but Cortland-Homer will keep that in once again. Sending it behind the net. Out to the circle. He's able to deter any sort of physical contact. Shot off the outside of the net. Jack Van Bramer fighting for that. He sends it out to the hash marks, but no shot will come. If any, there's a bit of a whiff. Grayson Mucha looking to get it out of the zone for FM. But coming back into the Golden Eagles. And a bit of physical play from Walker Thompson will mean that there is no further progress. And another interference call will be put on Cortland-Homer. Like I said, a lot of physical play here. These players need to know when to be physical and when not to be. 8:54 left to go in the second. And the Hornets are back on the power play. Face-off one back by Cortland-Homer. They'll look to get it out quickly, but Charlie Lorraine is there at the point. He sends it over for Patnode. Patnode shots, but it's deflected into the corner, and Cortland-Homer will get that out quickly. To the stick of Chris Finger. Charlie Lorraine, though, looking over his options from the corner. Chooses to send it back for Gavin Patnode. Patnode looking over his options. He sends it back for Lorraine. Lorraine trying to get it up for Grayson Mucha. And Aiden Shaver will get that in for the Hornets. Cortland-Homer, though, trying to keep that in, or get that out. Trying to keep that in was Cortland-Ives, but Cortland-Homer quickly coming out with it. And 3 of those Golden Eagles are deep in that zone as if they are not on a penalty kill. Sending it across, gets out for the D-man. He shoots, and it goes wide of the net. Cortland-Ives picking it up near the boards. Deters a hit there. Aiden Shaver gets a change. Cortland-Ives coming back into Cortland-Homer's end. Looking out towards the center there, but no shot will come off. Cortland-Homer getting it off the glass and out of the zone. 10 seconds left in that penalty. Chris Finger will stop it for Charlie Lorraine. Lorraine looking over his options, tried to send it up for 2 of his teammates there. I believe that was Connor McDonald who eventually picked it up. Gavin Patnode, though, coming back in. Shoots it, and it's wide of the net. Oh, and I don't believe the Hornets knew who was going to keep that in, whether it was Charlie Lorraine or Will Sanzone. Neither of them kept it in, and they will have to regroup. Patnode over for Will Sanzone. He's unable to catch that, but it will go into Cortland-Homer's end. Off the boards. Will Sanzone with it in the corner, getting it up for Charlie Lorraine. Lorraine with a shot. It gets deflected many ways. Bit of a bouncing puck into the corner. Noah Chen keeping it in for the Hornets. Keeping it in further at the hash marks there through much pressure. Michael LeDuc with a shot, and it goes over the net. Charlie Lorraine keeping it in for Will Sanzone. Sanzone, though, trying to put some pressure on. Cortland-Homer will get it out. It's a 2-1-0. 2-1-0. Coming back, shot. Oh, and they score. And one of the nastiest things any goaltender themselves can face. The D were just not there. A bit of a long stint for the 2D. Results in the score being even by Cortland-Homer. 6:20 left to go in the second. We're only halfway through, ladies and gentlemen. Cortland-Homer trying to get that into FM's end. Jake Lambrick, though, taking that up. Tried to get it up for Colin McDonald, but Cortland-Homer will handle it themselves in their own zone. Cortland-Homer handling it below the goal line. Sending it around. Far pass up to the wing. Winger will keep it in. Sending it towards the center, but Colin McDonald will pick that up, dumping it out for FM. Jake Lambrick looking to put some forecheck on as 2 of his teammates go to change. Walker Thompson getting it out for Cortland-Ives. He's unable to catch that. Cortland-Homer will take it the other way, shoots it, and it goes wide. Sending it out for Nick Sergeev, who gets a big hit put on him. Thankfully, he does not go down. Cortland-Homer surely making that physical play work. Getting it up, though, for one of their teammates. They're unable to get it up. Cortland-Homer keeping that below the goal line. Getting it over for Jake Lambrick. These Hornets taking some quite long stints. Jake Lambrick has been on the ice for quite a bit. He looks gassed himself. And he will go to the bench for a change as Cortland-Ives handling that in the FM Hornets end. With a slow pass there. It will go to a Hornet, and he'll drop it off for Walker Thompson. Thompson entering the zone. Unable to do much with it as it's knocked away at the hash marks. He's able to regain it. Tried to get it towards the center once, but it did not go. He'll come around again. He gets it towards the center. Jalen Meyer with a shot, and it goes wide. FM able to keep it in. Tried to make a move there. Cortland-Ives there was able to pick it up for him, but not enough. Jalen Meyer fluffs that one. He's still able to save it. And it's around that blue line. Cortland-Ives has it. Getting a bouncing pass up. They're unable to get it much further than the red line. And Cortland-Homer come back in. Gavin Patnode sending it up. There's fellow Hornet. He gets it back for Patnode. Patnode coming up the side of the ice. Looking over his options, passes it back to Ellis Thompson. Thompson with a backhand shot, but it doesn't reach the net. Gets it over for Colton Ives. Ives with a shot, and it goes over. Jalen Meyer keeping it in for the Hornets. Sends it back to the other corner. Aiden Shaver puts a hit on. Gavin Patnode with a shot now on the ice, though. It's intercepted by Cortland-Homer. Will Sanzone, though, just coming off the bench. He's able to keep that in. Aiden Shaver trying to get it towards the center. Grayson Mucha and Will Sanzone working there at the post. Grayson Mucha leaving it for Sanzone. Patnode just keeping it in there. Aiden Shaver in the corner. Facing a lot of pressure from Cortland-Homer. Still working it in there. They're able to get it out. Gavin Patnode at the circle. Shoots it. A shallow shot. Gets blocked. Goes behind the net. Gavin Patnode will pick his own puck up, though. Try to get it around that one eagle. It goes out for Jalen Meyer, who will keep it in. Michael Leduc going into the corner to get it. He gets some pressure put on him, and Cortland-Homer will try to come out with that. They do, but they will not get it out of the zone, courtesy of Gavin Patnode. Will Sanzone out, backhand shot, saved by the goaltender. Cortland-Homer getting it out quickly. Out of the zone they come, and into the Hornets zone they go. Michael Leduc coming up quickly. Looks over his options. Will Sanzone almost right in the way there. They're able to get it into Cortland-Homer's end. Reversing it are the Golden Eagles. Getting it up. Bit of a play here. Oh, and a passing play there. Shot, save, made by Chris Finger. Shot of the rain. Off to the races here along the boards. They stop it at the red line, though. Cortland-Homer will get that back in. Jalen Meyer going in for it. But Cortland-Homer will control it out towards the point. He doesn't know where it is. It's almost knocked away. And this time it will be dumped out. But that's a long one. That'll be a nice thing. 1:13 left to go in this second period of play. And as we said in the intro to this, one of the keys to FM's game was better line changes. They've been taking a lot of time on this ice, and that is starting to show. Cortland-Homer working it in the corner. Charlotte Rain keeping with it. Jack Van Bramer helping him out, but Cortland-Homer is able to get it towards the center. 1 minute left to go in this second period of play. Jack Van Bramer getting it up. Cortland-Homer getting it back in the FM end. Jake Lambrick working along the boards. Cortland-Homer, though, coming out with it. Lambrick going to the corner. Oh, and he and him go into the boards hard. Point man will shoot, but it's off the leg of Charlie Lorraine. Lorraine, a big high hit there. No call. But Cortland-Homer handling it well. They come back in. Looking to make some moves. Charlie Lorraine there to put some pressure on. They'll get it to the other side of the ice. 15 seconds left. Cortland-Homer, shot. It goes over the net. D-Man with another shot, but it goes into the hands of, I believe, Dmitry Sergeev. Went just behind it. Colin McDonald there. And that'll do it for this second period of play here in Skaneateles. The score after two, tied at 1. 2 goals have been scored in this game. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. It's all tied up going into the third. Who will come out with the win? We'll find out here on the Hornets Hockey Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hornets Hockey Network. We're here for period 3 of your FM Hornets versus the Cortland-Homer Golden Eagles. And the score is tied at 1. Face off one forward by the Hornets, shoots, and it goes wide of the net. Either that or it was blocked away by the goaltender. Ellis Thompson going toward the boards for that. Golden Ives able to help him out. Oh, Cortland-Homer coming out quickly. Coming towards the net, he shoots. It's turned away by Finger. It's still there, though. They get it towards the circle, but it's denied. Goes back towards behind the net. Walker Thompson trying to put some pressure on there, but Cortland-Homer coming back out with it around the circle. Shot, save, made by Finger. .21 left to go in this third period, and my, was that close. Cortland-Homer got it right to a man in the slot. He was basically breathing on Chris Finger, but Finger was able to scoop that up. Face off one forward by Cortland-Homer right towards the net. And FM are able to get it out, though. But Cortland-Homer looking to turn it the other way, and they do. They dump it into the zone. Nick Sergeev going to pick that up. Sending it over for Connor McDonald. Devin Patno trying to put a hit on, but it went off the skate of Will Sanzone back into the corner. Coming around with it. He sends that back into the other corner. Cortland-Homer coming back out, and Chris Finger is able to poke check that, and Will Sanzone will take it up, handing it over for Connor McDonald. But Cortland-Homer going the other way once again. Nick Sergeev will pick that up in the corner for the Hornets. Connor McDonald facing some pressure coming through the middle of the zone. He dumps it in on net. That goaltender's easily able to turn it away. Nick Sergeev with a shot, though. It gets blocked by a leg. Will Sanzone in the corner, holding that for the Hornets as they change. Sanzone up for Nick Sergeev. Sergeev with a shot, and it goes wide. Patnode in the corner. Aiden Shaver taking his spot up at the point. Cortland-Homer, though, able to get a long pass there. It's blocked down by Kevin Patnode. Grayson Mucho will pick it up. The Hornets are able to keep it in for longer than it would have been. Cortland-Homer, though, getting it out quickly. The Hornets getting out of the zone quickly themselves. And Charlotte Arain picking it up just as quickly. Send it over to Golden Eyes, but they're not able to capitalize. Jalen Meyer chasing that puck down. But that'll be an icing. .34 left to go in this third period of play. Face off to the right of Cortland-Homer. Face off one back by the Hornets. Golden Eyes fighting on those boards there, but they're able to flip it up. Cortland-Homer will get it out of the zone. Jalen Meyer, though, trying to stop it at the red line. But Cortland-Homer will come in. That'll be an offsides because the other end entered the zone first. 12:20 left to go in this third period of play. The score tied at 1. Face off from the neutral zone. One back by FM. But here comes Cortland-Homer in quickly. Backhand shot, and it goes wide. Jake Lambrick going over to the boards to help out there. But Dmitry Sergeev will get it up. Cortland-Homer keeping it in, though, walking it in. They're not able to get a shot off this time. Looking over his options. Coming around the circle. Shoots it, and it's deflected by Jake Lambrick, and it goes out of the zone. Cortland-Homer will have to retreat. FM picking that puck up, sending it over for Jake Lambrick. He looks over his options as he bobbled that puck. He's thankfully able to recover it, sending it over to the boards for Colin McDonald. McDonald deterring a hit there. He sent it towards the center. Coming back in was Jalen Meyer for the Hornets. He's able to just tip that, keeping it in for longer than it would have. Charlotte Arain picking it up in the FM end, sending it up for Jake Lambrick. Lambrick dumping it in. And he and Colin McDonald will go to change as Will Sanzone comes back on the ice to forecheck. Cortland-Homer, though, coming back out. Walker Thompson off the boards. Cortland-Homer, though, working that along the boards, trying to get it into FM's end. Accidentally, they dump it into their own zone. Coming back in, FM, over for Will Sanzone. Back out, over for Walker Thompson with a shot, and it gets gloved down by that Cortland-Homer goalie. He did not catch it, though, and it's sent out towards the center. No shot will come. Instead, a Golden Eagle will pick that up, getting it out of their own end. Jack Van Bramer off the back of his stick, able to get it out of the zone quickly. But it's dumped in. Van Bramer on the wrong edge, it seemed. Getting it all the way up for Ellis Thompson. Thompson following that along the boards. Cortland-Homer getting it back into the zone for the Hornets. FM dumping that into Cortland-Homer's end. Cortland-Homer going towards the side. Will Sanzone tried to get it up for Michael Leduc. They'll have to retreat, and they go back in. Cortland-Homer getting it up the boards there. It's a 2-on-0. Walker Thompson making sure that pass did not go to everyone. Or to anyone, I should say. I believe that stick slap on the ice may have spooked him into misaiming that pass. A big shot from the point will go into the netting. Less than 10 minutes are left in this game. 9:33 to be exact. Face off to the left side of Chris Finger. Face off won forward by Cortland-Homer. They tried to get a shot on quickly, but Will Sanzone able to generate some pressure. But Cortland-Homer intercepting that, keeping that in. Sanzone on the boards. Rips it around all the way to the other point. Connor McDonald just trying to tip that out of the zone. Cortland-Homer is able to keep it in with a few skates. Connor McDonald putting some pressure on in the middle. Gets it over. Oh, and he knocks it out of the zone himself. And Michael Leduc is there to capitalize. He'll bring it into Cortland-Homer's end. Connor McDonald, though, trying to keep it in. Gavin Patno now going in to help. Connor McDonald tried to make a move there, but keeping it in is Michael Leduc. They will dump it back in deep. Oh, and Will Sanzone tying him up there. Able to get him off the puck, but sending it to the other side is FM. Golden Ives will get that in as that Cortland-Homer girl who came off the bench was just trying to get her bearings really quick. Golden Ives just too quick. Charlie Lorraine now with a shot, and it goes wide. Gavin Patnode with a shot himself. He shoots and scores! 5-hole for Gavin Patnode. And the Hornets will retake the lead. And with 8 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in this third period, Gavin Patnode will put it in and give the lead to the Hornets. And my, was that a long shot. That goaltender just didn't have his 5-hole covered all the way, and it just snuck past him. Face-off one back by Cortland-Homer. They've got a fire under them now. Coming back in, sending it towards the center. It's knocked away by a skate. Grayson Mucha tried to get it up for Aiden Shaver. Cortland-Homer getting that back in. Charlie Lorraine sending it up. Oh, it is turned over. Save made by Finger. Out to the point. Shot. Another save. And he will freeze it. 7:42 left to go in this third period of play. 2-1 is our new score after that latest goal from Gavin Patnode. Tying that up, though, is FM. Cortland-Homer winning it, keeping it in the zone. Dimitri Sergeev will go for that. He'll send it to the other corner, but getting that out is Cortland-Homer accidentally. Off to the races now is Colin McDonald. A couple stick lifts there ensures that that puck goes all the way to the boards. But Cortland-Homer taking it out quickly. A cherry picker lifting his stick is Walker Thompson, and Chris Finger will cover. Yes. 7:15 left to go in this third period, and wow, that was close. Walker Thompson, hats off to you on the back check. Face off one forward by FM. Cortland-Homer, though, getting it back into the corner. Jalen Meyer getting a big hit put on him. Seemingly undeterred, he will get back up. Cortland-Homer, though, with a shot, and it's saved by Chris Finger. .7:01 left to go in this third period of play. Face off to the left of Chris Finger in the zone of the FM Hornets. Cortland-Homer winning that, but his shot is just wide of the net. Over to the other hash marks. Looking over his options, sending it towards the center. Gavin Patnode has other ideas. He'll try to get it out. Well, Cortland-Homer getting it back in deep. Out to the man in the corner. But he gets it up for a Hornet, and they will get it out of the zone, dumping it now and getting a change. Will Sanzone in on a forecheck. He knocks that puck away. Cortland-Homer having to regroup once again. Getting it up the boards there, getting it into FM's end. Noah Chen picking that up for the Hornets. Getting it up for his teammate, Michael Leduc. But it gets all the way back through Noah Chen. He'll choose to dump it in this time, and he will go for a change himself. Cortland-Homer, though, getting it back up. The Hornets just trying to make some chaos. And the Cortland-Homer end, and a backhand shot from Connor McDonald will be saved for the goaltender. A shoot, and he scores! A rebound from Michael Leduc. And the Hornets will extend their lead by 1. 3-1 is our new score. As Michael Leduc is able to capitalize on some empty twine and a free puck right in the slot. Tyler Rain getting it up for Colton Ives. Ives with a pass, I should say, towards the middle. Grayson Mucha going into the corner for it. Cortland-Homer will be ever motivated. This time now to just put some behind Chris Finger. But I will remind you, it took them a 2-0 to score that first time. And they are going at it quickly. Tackling like a football player there on the boards. They get a play up the other side, but it's just into the zone. Grayson Mucha taking it out for the Hornets. Aiden Shaver knocking that away. It's still in the zone. Colton Ives will come to pick it up. Ives with a shot. Oh, and he scores! And Colton Ives will get one for himself. And ladies and gentlemen, the floodgates have opened. And our new score is 4-1 after entering this period tied at only 1. Cortland-Homer trying to work it in their own zone here. But after that slew of goals, you wonder if a few of them may feel defeated. Nick Sergeev going into the corner. to get that puck. Try to get it up for Jake Lambrick. Lambrick will pick it up off the boards. Up with a skate. Looking over his options. Skates it into Cortland-Homer's end. A stick lift there, and he will be knocked off the puck. As Cortland-Homer coming back around with it. Colin McDonald, though, putting on some pressure. Making sure, oh, and a shot there for Will Sanzone. Hit right in the melon of Colin McDonald. McDonald's going to the bench. He seems undeterred, though. Cortland-Homer bringing it into FM's end. Not satisfied with that score on the board. But FM will put it to the other side. Getting it up now for Walker Thompson. Thompson coming back in. He deters a shot there. He shoots. Oh, and a rebound was there for the taking, but Cortland-Homer took it themselves. Ellis Thompson tried to keep it in that zone there along with Nick Sergeev. Will Sanzone helping him out, though, and getting that in are the Hornets. Cortland-Homer, though, looking to make another play. They'll get it up into the corner. 3:15 left to go in this third period. Charlotte Lorraine picking it up for the Hornets in their zone. Looking over his options as he slowly skates up the ice. Puts a shot on net. It's patted away by the goaltender. He puts another shot on. It's similarly patted away, but it goes back in for Charlotte Lorraine. But he hands it over to a Cortland-Homer Golden Eagle. And that will be a penalty for slashing. I believe that is on Cortland-Homer, as it was called when they handled the puck. Charlotte Lorraine and that player having a few things to say. 2:54 left to go in the third. Perhaps the scoreboard should do the talking. Connor McDonald receiving that after the face-off. Looking over his options as they are now on a power play. Will Sanzone will hand it right back to him. He hands it back to Sanzone. Sanzone looking over his options. Back to McDonald. McDonald to Sanzone. Sanzone out for Noah Chen. Chen with a shot. Oh, and it's patted away by the goaltender. Will Sanzone back out for Chen a similar way. He puts it back in for Sanzone, but it's McDonald who picked it up. Sanzone with it off the boards. Gets it up for Chen. Back to Sanzone. McDonald picking that up, sending it towards the, or carrying it, I should say, towards the net. Will Sanzone sending it towards the net. He tried to get it off the back of the skate of the goaltender there, rather cheekily. Noah Chen, though, coming back in. He shoots, and it's off the skate of a player. McDonald with it in the corner, getting it up for Charlotte Lorraine, who hasn't seen much action in this power play. And a shot, though, it's turned away by the goaltender. Noah Chen unable to keep that in. Charlotte Lorraine will come over to pick it up for him. Or not. I guess Cortland-Homer sending it across. Noah Chen will make up for his mistake. A big hit put on, though, by Cortland-Homer. And that will be a penalty. And number 4, who I will say has been quite the force this game, will go to the penalty box. And we'll be 5-on-3 for 16 seconds with 1:40 left to go in this third. Ooh, and there are 2 men in the box for Cortland-Homer there. I'm not sure if he's getting a 2-and-10 type deal or what. Perhaps a charging call. Ooh. Refs deliberating with the timekeepers and the scorekeepers, who at this level of hockey may just be the same person. Some deliberation here as the referees give some information to the Cortland-Homer coach. Clearly not too happy about that call, but accepting of it. Bit of a debate going on. And unfortunately, we don't have microphones over there. Of all the conversations one would like to be a fly on the wall with. Body language can be quite telling, though. This one remaining fairly calm. I've seen my fair share of pissed coaches in my days of hockey. And that is not one of them. As the referees go over towards the FM's bench. Still 1:40 left to go in this third period. And a slew of goals there from the FM Hornets within the span of about 5 minutes, right in the middle of that period. The question is, can Cortland-Homer answer the 3 unanswered that the Hornets have put on the board? The only way they've scored so far in this game was with a 2-on-0 that they were able to get, while some of the FM Hornets, especially their D-men, had quite the long stint on the ice and were quite gassed. That 2-on-0 put one behind Chris Finger, the only one of the game to do so. And now, all we see on that screen is 1:30 for number 4 on the board. Another 16 seconds for that penalty before. And it is 5-on-3 on the ice as we get ready to go for this final minute and a half of hockey here in Skaneateles. Some of these Hornets seeming a little bored on the ice. Walker Thompson and Gavin Patno going over strategies. As we ready ourselves for this last bit of hockey here. Last sprint to the finish, tying it up right in the corner there. The Hornets just trying to kill some time. They've got quite the lead. We're not sure that Cortland-Homer could equal it. Golden Knives with it in the corner. Out for Walker Thompson. Thompson gets it intercepted in the middle of the blue line. Gavin Patno coming back in. Hands it over for Walker Thompson. Thompson tried to get that over for Aiden Shaver. It went to the boards, though. Shaver, though, going in for some pressure. Patno stopping it at the red line as it came to him. 1 minute left to go in this third period of play. And so this game, as Gavin Patno flipped it up. And the goaltender for the Golden Eagles was able to cover. Face off, one back by Cortland-Homer, trying to get it out. High and out they do. That'll go all the way towards Chris Finger. He doesn't touch it himself. Instead does Walker Thompson. He hands it over for Patnode. Patnode coming in. Looking across. He gets a bit of a hit put on him. He gets it over for Walker Thompson. Thompson coming around the circle. 30 seconds left. Goes the other way. Sends it out. Oh, for Colin McDonald. He's unable to capitalize on that. Patnode, though, sending in a shot. And Cortland-Homer, they're all alone here. Gavin Patnode back checking, shot, save made by Finger, shot, and another save with a blocker. Jake Lambrick getting it up for Colin McDonald. 5-4 with 4 seconds to go. And FM taking a shot, and it's turned away, but that'll do it. And FM will finish off the Skaneateles Summer Series, the regular season games of which, with a series record of 6-1. Final score here for week 7, I should say. 4-1 Hornets over the Cortland-Homer Golden Eagles. And my, what a game that was. That last slew of goals had us all excited. And it's the Hornets who come away with the victory. And who will we play next week? Well, we don't quite know that yet. But next week, join us here on Sunday, August 14th at 9, I'm not sure what time, but join us on Sunday. We'll update you further. Final score here from Skaneateles, 4-1, your FM Hornets over Cortland-Homer. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us in our coverage of tonight's game. From all of us at the Hornets Hockey Network, we wish you good night from the W.G. Allen Arena here in Skaneateles.